Do you need an LLC as a beginner tax lien and deed investor? Is what we're going to dive into on the live chat and the live session here today. So, you're just getting started. There's a lot of questions going through your mind as far as, do I understand this tax lien and deed game? Should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I get an LLC? I've seen countless folks over the years who they're like, yeah, Dustin, I've been wanting to do this for 2 years. I'm just trying to figure out like what type of LLC I need to get to make this business work. So they've been really paralyzed to try to figure out, what type of LLC, how should we get this going? And in many senses, you're kind of putting the cart before the horse in this example. So I want to kind of break it down in this quick live session and really get into it. So when I was getting started in this business, it was very, very confusing. This was almost over 20 years ago now. And for me, it was hard because I started off as a Canadian. And for me, there was the whole Canadian side of things, crossing the border. Eventually, I moved to the US to do it full time. But at first, it was very paralyzing to try to figure out, like, should I get an LLC? How does it work? And I'll actually share with you a story about how I put a property in the name of an LLC that didn't exist. A big mistake that I made. So appreciate you tuning in today. If you're new here, I'm Dustin Hahn. I've been doing tax liens and deeds here for about 20 years. And this channel is here to help you guys get into tax liens, crack into that first deal, and do tax liens and deeds as an excellent way to get into real estate. Whether you're wanting to use this business to quit your job, supplement your income, or really start to build that legacy that can be done through real estate investing. So if you like this stuff, hit the thumbs up. Appreciate it. Ask a question in the comments. And for anybody tuning in, I give away the full free training, ABCs of tax lien and deed investing, that is always below as my gift to you, 100 tax lien and deed facts you must know. So that's all below in the description. So make sure to check that out. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out. Okay. So let's talk about some of the benefits of an LLC. So you have liability protection, right? If something goes wrong, if the pizza guy slips on your driveway, breaks his elbow, and he was going to go, be a superstar athlete someday, they could sue you, right? So limited liability, that's what that stands for. You're limiting the liability. Okay. Another benefit to an LLC is it makes you look professional, right? An LLC means you're an actual business. You're not just, Bob's Property Gone Quick or whatever, right? Whatever the name is. Okay. There can be tax benefits, which is great. You get into some tax benefits. You can write things off. You can use the business. There's a lot of things you can do. From there, it can be more flexible for profit sharing. As far as if you have business partners and stuff like that, and estate planning, ownership can easily be transferred to your heirs and all that sort of stuff. Now, let's chat about maybe some of the reasons why you don't need to. And as a beginner, you're probably way overthinking it. The most important thing as a beginner out of the gate is to get into this stuff and take action. So if you're watching this, I know that there's probably a 90% chance that you haven't done a tax lien or deed deal yet. And it's time to use this vehicle as kind of your main vehicle. Actually, speaking of vehicles, check this out. Christmas just passed. As a kid, I love Back to the Future. Still love it. So we want to figure out how to get that time machine. Man, that looks pretty cool. Maybe that's a thumbnail for this video. We'll pause it on that. So you want to figure out how to get that. Your vehicle for tax liens and deeds. And maybe moving forward, this will be the official tax lien vehicle. Figuring it out, right? Got to get this sucker up to 88. Falling off my desk. I'm going to break the DeLorean here. I think it's okay. That's so funny. Break the Christmas gift. But you want to figure out how to get this thing off the ground. And I know you have a lot of questions for doing it. So let's go and talk about some of the reasons why you probably don't need it right now. The cost and complexities out of the gate, you probably just don't need to worry about that as a beginner, and not to be burdened or, kind of with all of the things and keeping it up. From there, if you're going as a sole proprietor, a lot of the times the credit companies will still come for you and pierce the corporate veil, especially if you're not maintaining it properly and doing all the things that make an LLC. So there's certain things you have to do as far as filings. And if you don't do that right, it can be very easy to do what's called piercing the corporate veil, where they can still come over your assets. Okay. So there can be some downsides as well, as far as if you're getting started and you're not really using it, you're paying expenses, you're paying money for something you're not using. Financing challenges. It's hard to get business lines of credit with a new LLC a lot of the times. And from there, for a lot of you folks, it might just not be necessary. And I don't recommend it if you're, just getting out of the gate and you haven't done a deal. And the irony is I've seen so many people just stress about their LLC. Oh, what do I name it? What do I do? Right? First, get some deals. Now, if say you are a beginner, but you have an extremely high net worth and all of your assets are in your personal name, then you're probably going to want an LLC, because if pizza guy slips, the lawyer sees that you have a $3 million house with no mortgage in your own name, you have business stuff in your own name that's not asset protected, then a lawyer is probably going to come for that stuff. But for you watching this as a beginner, and once again, seek professional help in whichever realm you go to. But you want to be able to get the deals fast. So is that making sense as far as clearing the air around LLCs? Now, when I got started, I had the intention of buying or setting up the LLC. So I went to one of my first auctions. I bought a property. And at the time, I had 2 business partners. And what happened is we were going to start a business called Decor, because there was 3 of us. And I put the property in the name of the LLC that didn't exist. So I put the property name, it was called Decor. And then from there, we went to sell the property. And I thought you could just open the LLC in that name and then sell the property. But I was completely wrong, because if that were the case, all of us could go out today and open the Apple LLC and sell that Apple company. So that's not how it works. So I learned that, and eventually we had to do a quiet title and get the property, and it slowed things up for 2 months. Actually, it was a pain in the butt. So very rookie lesson that I learned back in the day. So as far as you, the most important thing is to get started, get those deals, get out of the gate, and make it happen. So to do that, like I mentioned, you want to find out, do you want liens? Do you want deeds? Start calling the counties, find out when the auctions are. There's auctions every single month. And once again, try this course. It's free. I used to sell this stuff online. Now I just give it away. So get a deal in 30 days, 100 tax lien and deed facts, tax deed investing 101. All that sort of stuff is here to help you. Once again, there's hundreds of people now that are saying it's one of the best trainings around, because I don't charge for it. People are spending a lot of money. If you do want to work with us, there's a link below as well. You can book a call. You can speak with us. So rather than dealing with hundreds and hundreds of customers who buy this stuff, I just give it away. And then from there, every single month, I work with basically a couple clients. So you can book a call. We can see maybe if it's a fit, answer some questions for you, and go from there. There's a link to that below. If you're new, make sure to subscribe. Somebody's saying, is this a real live? This is definitely a real live. It is not a fake live. So yeah, we're live right now. So on that note, guys, it's a new season of Tax Liens and Deeds. I'm here to help you. Ask me any questions that you might have in the comments. Would love to see you get this business off the ground this year. And, wouldn't it be great to, even if you did one deal every couple months, how much would that change your life? That's what this business did for me. I was working in the oil field, miserable, and was listening to tapes on Tax Liens and Deeds, plowing snow in the front end loader. And that's really how I heard about this. Appreciate the comments here, been educational. And that's really what I'm here to do, is help you guys answer those questions and help you avoid some of the mistakes that I made when I was getting into this business. And I definitely made a lot of mistakes. I continue to make a lot of mistakes as well. And, some of the biggest challenges that you're going to face is just making that decision and then getting the support of your spouse and of your loved ones. as far as that goes. And the beauty of tax liens and deeds is you don't need a lot of money, right? Where else can you buy land for a couple $100 and flip it for a few $1,000s? You can make 18 to 36% interest, and the worst case scenario is you get the property. So this is a really amazing business when it comes to getting started. So now it's time for you guys to get started. Check out some other videos here in the playlist, and then make sure to click below, grab this thing, get started. If you want to book a call, there's a link to that. Will help you as well. And thumbs up if you like the video, share it with friends. That would be great. And thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the next one.